Some news came out yesterday that necessarily wasn't new news, but if you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about it. What is up, fans? Thought I'd make this quick video talking about the news that came out yesterday that wasn't necessarily new, but as news came out yesterday, late last night, I think around like 10, 11 o'clock, about Xavien Howard. Now, he's in another situation. He was in a situation, a year or two ago with his fiance at the time with crutches and spousal abuse and all that stuff. Now he is supposedly in a situation, and I'm going to clear it up, and we're going to talk about if any repercussions of this is going to affect him with his Miami Dolphins in a shooting of his ex-agent's house. Now, this happened last summer, and essentially the report says the Miami Dolphins star corner Xavien Howard named appears on police documents in the additional names list portion of an unsolved Atlanta shooting. Now, the shooting was his old agent, Demarius Bilbo, I think is the last name, who represented him. Now, the police, Downwoody, Georgia police, multiple occasions have requested an interview with Howard, but Howard has declined to speak to them directly. Howard has been in communication with the police through his attorney, who said on Sunday he has spoken with the investigating officers multiple times and has even sought updates on the case status. So Xavien Howard is even reaching out to the police wanting updates on the situation. His attorney came out and said Xavien was not involved in the incident and there is no evidence to suggest otherwise. Also, the Miami Dolphins have known about this for months. Since it happened, the Miami Dolphins have known about it for about, 5 months now. So with this being said, this is another incident that Xavien Howard's name has been popped up. What does that mean for him? What does that mean for his relationship with the Dolphins? Now, he has a new agent. This agent that his house was shot, they're not considered, he's not his agent anymore. The conclusion, essentially, they parted ways because of Howard and Bilbo had contract grievances that was settled over the summer. After it was settled, Howard kept Bilbo on as his agent for 3 months until firing him. So they had a little bit of disagreement on their grievance between each other, whether it's how much money his agent gets out of all that stuff. They had a little dispute. They got over it. He kept him for a few more months and then he let him go. So he has a new agent now. This agent, Bilbo, that's literally Bilbo, that's his name, Bilbo, like Bilbo Baggins. This agent is the one that got Xavien Howard the contract he has now. He's getting about 13.5 million this year, 14.375 next year, 13.4 in 2023, and 12.2 in 2024. The dead cap gets substantially lower after this year. This year, if the Dolphins cut him, they have to give him about 6.7 million in dead cap. After that, in 2022, 2023, it's 2.8 and a 1.4 million. So after this year, they can move on from him. It's a very good contract that they put together for him. And he's not the highest paid corner anymore. Jalen Ramsey's getting paid more than him. Byron Jones is getting paid more than him. So a lot of people are saying now that, he has a new agent, he had 10 interceptions, he had a very good year. Is he going to want to restructure his contract? Well, the Dolphins are going to pay him, like I said, in 2021, $13.5 million with $6.7 million guaranteed. They could if I'm Xavien, I would just, I'd probably ask, hey, can we redo my contract, blah, blah, blah. And the Dolphins could be like, sure, we like the way you played. We'll redo your contract to save up cap space this offseason, being that the cap didn't go up, give him more cap money, and kind of push things back to, the next few years. Or the Dolphins can say, nah, we're just going to see how you do this year because he had 7 interceptions, got injured, didn't do well. Now all of a sudden he has 10 interceptions. Let's see if he can be consistent, build off that consistency. You're getting paid $13.5 million this year. Let's just see what you do. Now, will he do that? Will he say, yeah, sure, why not? Maybe. I don't know. But when it comes to the whole legal issue, I think it's a whole bunch of nothing. I think the Dolphins already knew about it. I think if the Dolphins wanted to move on from him, if the Dolphins didn't like this legal issue, they would have done it when the trade market happened last year, so before the trade period ended last year, they would have traded him. If they didn't like the situation, if they didn't trust that he's in trouble again, because again, this happened last summer. The Dolphins knew about it. He has no part in this. So if people want to say this isn't another issue to trade him, it's a non-issue. And if it was an issue, he would have been traded by now because this happened last summer, and the Dolphins knew about it last summer. They had all summer, and they had up to the trade deadline to trade him. So if they do trade him, it won't be because of this. Do I want the Dolphins to trade him? No. You guys know I love Xavien Howard. Banging the table for him at the beginning of the year. Kept saying he's going to be good. No offseason. Was rehabbing the whole time, just like somebody else we know. He's going to be good. Give him time. Then all of a sudden, boom, he went off. Everyone's like, oh, I love him. And I was like, But no, I don't want him to get traded. But it depends on how determined and how demanding he is for a new contract. That's what it all will come down to. And a lot of people ask me this, and a lot of people comment about it. So this is kind of considered comment of the day. I'm going to smash it in there. A lot of people ask that. Hey, Doug, would you trade Xavien Howard? Hey, Doug, would you trade Xavien Howard and Tua for Watson? I hear that a lot. And I'm like, you guys know how I feel about that. If we get Watson, fantastic, great quarterback. Prefer to build around Tua. But I think the only way the Dolphins trade him is if they say to him, listen, you're going to make 13.5 this year. How about we see what you do this year? And then if you kick butt, you have 8 interceptions this year, we'll give you we'll redo your contract, we'll give you some more money, we'll make you the top paid corner in the NFL, blah blah blah, yada yada gaga. Because then all of a sudden, say Noah comes into his all and he plays better than Byron Jones, because Byron Jones was a little lackluster last year, then that's a situation. But no. Not giving him a contract extension this year. And if he has a hissy fit and he says, no, I want a contract extension, if you don't get me when I'm sitting out, then that's where it comes in. All right, well, then maybe we have to trade you. And the Dolphins can get a first for him. Dolphins definitely can get a first for Xavien Howard. His contract isn't the #1 corner in the NFL. It's actually super, super team friendly because, like I said, after this year, they can cut him, and it's only about $2.8 million in dead cap versus the $14.3 he'd make next year. So they definitely can get a first rounder for him if they wanted to trade him. So that's what I do. If I'm the Miami Dolphins, if he's that adamant about getting a new contract and he's that adamant that he threatens to sit out, then I would trade him. And you guys know I love Xavien, so can't come at me saying, hey, I can't believe it. But I don't see, the Dolphins give him an extension this year, like I said, and I don't see him sitting out. You're making $13.5 million. You sit out, you're going to lose a lot of money every time you sit out. I think he plays. I think he does well. And I think they talk about it next season. Because the Dolphins have him locked up for the next 3 years. This year and up until 2024. So I don't see it happening. And like I said, the whole legal issue, it's a lot of nothing. You got to realize something. There's nothing going on in the NFL right now. There's no buzz. Carson Wentz trade was big. Woohoo! Other than that, nothing. This is the time where everyone gets quiet. Everyone starts recapping what happened last year. Everyone starts getting ready for free agency. Everyone gets quiet. So what does their beat writers got to do? Hey, I need to make money. Hey, I need to do stuff. What about this whole situation that happened last summer? Let's talk about it. It's nothing. Dolphins knew about it. Dolphins didn't do anything about it. They're not going to do anything about that. Now, if he, like I said, for the 4th time, if he tries to hold out, then they'll move him. But no. It's nothing. Whole lot of nothing with the legal issue, and that's why I put a question mark at the end of Miami Dolphins Xavien Howard in trouble? Question mark? It's a question. Not saying he's in trouble. Is he in trouble? And the answer is no. Not in trouble. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. I know some of you guys would be like, hey, trade Xavien because we can get the most for him now. Yeah. You're not wrong. I wouldn't do it because I love him. I think he's a great player. I think he's super dynamic on this defense, but you're not wrong. You can get a ton of value for him right now because of the way his contract is situated and how well he played this season. Comment below. Let me know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the legal problems? Again, it's nothing. There's literally nothing to go there. Comment below. I got a ton of videos planned for you this upcoming week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing Mythbusters video. Then Wednesday, I have a nice little skit, Miami Dolphins themed skit, Tom Grassi themed, if you guys know who Tom Grassi is. And then Friday, I'm having Richmond Webb back on the channel. We're going to be talking offensive linemen. I have a ton planned, so if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out Miami Sports Music. Fantastic website and YouTube channel that me and T are a part of. We've got a ton of great other stuff over there, so be sure to go over and check it out. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the Mythbusters video. But like usual, guys, stay classy. Fins up.